Mr. Ip Hon Weng.
Madam Deputy Speaker, this bill is an important piece of legislation. It seeks to safeguard Singapore's status as a key financial centre and node for transactions. The finance industry today is turbocharged by technology. Money shifts electronically across borders in seconds. This facilitates business and trade. But at the same time, it gives rise to vulnerabilities for easy funding of illicit activities. We must be careful not to sully our hub status by allowing cases of money laundering or ML, terrorism financing or TF, and proliferation financing or PF to take place. I would like to raise some clarifications on the bill. First, Madam Deputy Speaker, what are the benefits for banks to join COSMIC? Considering that it is voluntary to participate, what would incentivize banks to do so? After all, client confidentiality is paramount for most banks, especially larger ones that rely on customer loyalty. Many will be concerned with information sharing with affiliates of the participating banks outside Singapore. Moreover, it is worth noting that certain banks are alleged to have been involved in scandals related to the very transgressions this bill seeks to remedy. As such, why would they choose to come forward on their own accord and potentially put their business at risk? Also, given that banks will still have to conduct the usual know your customer checks and continue to report suspicious transactions, this new platform in some way may overlap with what is already in the market. Additionally, laws against ML, TF, PF already exist. As such, how will this bill enhance these efforts? Banks using COSMIC may also question the source of information. For example, there may be queries on what information did the reporting bank base their report on. What is or is not good information can also be quite subjective. Some banks may take the view that they should report everything even remotely suspicious. There may also be unintended consequences of using COSMIC. For instance, clients, potential clients, or third parties may even be able to work out which of the banks have stricter or more relaxed ML, TF, PF policies, since everyone will eventually be working off the same set of information on COSMIC. Second, what happens after the discovery of irregularities? If banks share information about transactions suspected of being involved in ML, TF, PF activities, will the transactions be further investigated? Consequently, will the investigations impact other transactions? There may also be liability issues in instances where one bank acted wrongly or inaccurately based on information provided by another bank. Would MAS or another agency be double-checking the veracity of the information? Although banks are protected against civil suits, does the bill grant them immunity from clients for the breach of confidentiality, particularly if the suspicion of illicit transactions is later proven to be unfounded? Likewise, are banks immune from litigation by MAS if their transactions are investigated? Third, the fact alone that ML, TF, PF activities are often cross-boundary, cross-border in nature poses a significant challenge to the feasibility of the framework. As these activities tend to involve multiple banks or branches overseas, how does this bill aid in this aspect in getting overseas branches to share information? Fourth, what are the triggers for information sharing? The bill states that information sharing will only be permitted if the customer's behavior or transaction activities exhibit predetermined red flags that cross stipulated thresholds, suggesting that potential financial crime could be taking place. Will the predetermined red flags and thresholds be listed? What are the safeguards in place to ensure that information is not shared too easily? In conclusion, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm heartened that the bill is forward-looking. Specifically, it provides the necessary groundwork for the Act to include not just banks incorporated in Singapore. It is important that we have a comprehensive and consistent approach to combat financial crime across all financial institutions operating in Singapore. I support the bill. Thank you.